Ring-a-ding-ding, kiddies! Kraken Cody here, and welcome to the very first culture review video. I'm going to start doing culture reviews. I'm trying to fix my hair at the same time. Culture reviews are going to be a review per week of a book, video game, movie, and TV show. And that's going to be out of 10 points. So a score out of 10. Before I do this, I just like to say Dota 2 just released its 3 Spirits update, which released 2 new heroes, Ember Spirit and Earth Spirit, as well as a reskin Storm Spirit, and Dire Tide 2013. I'm going to play it right after I finish publishing this, or uploading it, so I'm excited. But anyway, I'm going to start with the book review. I just finished yesterday morning Walking Dead Fall of the Governor Part 1, which I got for my birthday. Great book. If you're a fan of the series, I definitely recommend buying this. If you've read, I'm not going to spoil anything, but if you read the comics, a lot of the book you've seen in the comics, but this is from different points of views throughout those events. They did break. It was supposed to be one big book, just the Fall of the Governor. But they broke it up into 2 parts, which is most likely a money ploy, but out of the 230 pages or so, it was definitely a really good read. I read at least like 50 pages at a time, so I really enjoyed it. It kept me hooked in a lot. New character Austin, great character. I actually kind of felt sympathy for people because of him. But that being said, if you're a fan, buy it. I have the other two. I should have pulled the other 2 down. But I'd give this a 9 out of 10 only because some of the points of views were ones we already knew. If you read the comics or seen the TV show, there were some things in the TV show that are in this. But it did shed new light, and it told a small different story. There were some characters I wish they would have told a little more, but we'll see what comes in part 2. Maybe they can redeem that portion. And in terms of the TV show, I'm just going to do the latest episode of The Walking Dead that was on last night, technically, called Live Bait. It was a governor-centric episode. And it was almost directly based off of The Rise of the Governor, which is the first novel in the series. That's the 3rd. This is the 3rd book out of the 4, or what's going to be 4. But the TV show episode was based off the first book. Added in the Chalmers? Ooh, yeah, Chalmers. I want to say Chalmers. Tara. Chalmer or Calmer? I'm sure it's Chalmer. But it added those characters, and it made the governor definitely seem a little more sympathetic, or like, made you feel a little more sympathetic towards him. He did good things in this episode. He didn't do anything bad. He actually attempted to save lives and help people, and he did save a life, or 3 lives specifically. So he kind of redeemed himself, but next week's episode, it's called Dead Weight, and we'll see how that goes, because he's back with his group. I'm not going to spoil too much, but he gets back with a group. But I love the episode. I know some people were complaining because it was, a lot of talking, but as an actor, I look at it as a drama, and I'm not going to complain that they're making character. So, I'd give it a 9.5 out of 10, because I liked it. Movie. Last night I saw All Is Lost. Terrific movie. I'm going to go ahead and say it right now, it's 10 out of 10. Only had Robert Redford in it. It was about 2 hours long. I wouldn't be surprised if it got nominated for Oscar of at least Best Actor and Best Picture. He barely said anything the entire movie, but just the emotion of a man fighting for survival out at sea was just... And the ending was surprisingly a twist ending. I expected it to go one way, and it looked like it was going that way. And then, surprise, it went a different way. Great movie. I was either going to see that or 12 Years a Slave, and I decided to see this one first because I figured it would be out in less time than 12 Years a Slave. Because I saw Gravity the week, or Captain Phillips and then Gravity the week before. I'm seeing all these Oscar movies. But All Is Lost definitely is... It gives Tom Hanks a good contender for Best Actor, which I'm still kind of leaning towards Tom Hanks, but Robert Redford is very good, and it looks great. In terms of a sea movie, it looks good. I'm going to keep that one short, though. And the last, which is my video game review, I did Burial at Sea already, so I decided to go for an old game. I went the opposite direction. I wanted to talk about a game that not a lot of people liked, and it got terrible. I'll tell more about it later. But anyway, Darkest of Days. Old game. I think... when did it come out? I should have looked this for. I believe it came out in 2009. When this game, they released a demo, like maybe 3 weeks before it came out on the PC, and then eventually they released the demo for the Xbox and the PlayStation 3 like 2 days after the release date, which I thought was funny because I already had the game. But GameStop actually did not have this game when it was supposed to come out. They never even heard of it when I went in there. Darkest of Days, because no one pre-ordered it, and 8 Monkeys Lab did not promote it that well. But when it came out, it got 4 out of 10, 2 out of 5 stars. It got pretty bad reviews, but it did get praised for the amount of AI on the screen at the same time, because they developed an engine where I believe it's called the Phantom engine, to where they could have a great amount of people on the screen at the same time, all fighting and stuff. But the game is about, you are a soldier in Custer's Last Stand, and you get saved by some time-traveling guy that was actually at the World Trade Center as it collapsed. He was a firefighter. And you travel through points in time, like World War I and II, Civil War, back to Pompeii and Roman times. And the reason I grew attached to it is because I liked history, and I thought it was unique. You're a time-traveling guy from one period using period weaponry, like muskets, and also using futuristic weaponry in the same time period, depending on the mission. And you can go back and forth in the missions. The animation was a little, which I think the amount of people made up for that. And the storyline was kind of linear. No character development at all. But I loved the game, and now it kind of has a cult following, and its average review is now up to 7 out of 10, because people have started to look past those qualities and see it for uniqueness, not in terms of storytelling, but in terms of gameplay uniqueness. I would give it an 8 out of 10 because I liked it a lot. I played it several times. I've beaten it many times. I know if I recommended it to people, probably wouldn't like it, but I loved it, and I've kept it since 2009, just because to me it's like a rare gem, because no one liked it, and it didn't sell a lot. And I don't even think 8 Monkey Labs is even around anymore. I think they made this game, it flopped, and they went away. But anyway, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. So I wish I could give it higher. But, I had one more thing on my mind, but I forgot it. I'm doing an all-nighter tonight, so I'm a little blanky. But yeah, like, subscribe, and share. That's what it was. I met this turtle breeder in Wichita. His name was Ethan. You know who you are, Ethan. He wanted me to mention his name because he likes to breed turtles. I can thank Bryce for that joke. But yeah, Ethan, like, subscribe, and share. And keep an eye out for another culture review. Maybe next week. It's Thanksgiving weekend. I might not be able to actually do any videos next week, but we'll see. I might do it Friday, just do it early. But yeah, you kitties, stay safe, stay safe. I'm gonna go play some Dota.